new deep dive. We take your sources, distill the insights. Today, we're digging into a piece of modern storytelling that, well, it still sparks a lot of conversation. The Black Mirror episode, 15 Million Merits.
Yes, and we've got excerpts here from an analysis called After the Mirror, 15 Million Merits Dissected. Our job today is really to explore the chilling predictions, the societal critiques in this fictional world.
And see what it tells us about our own world.
Exactly. It's fascinating how much is packed into this one story. So many layers.
Okay, so by the end of this, you might find yourself looking at your own phone, your own screens, a little differently. Let's start by immersing ourselves in the world itself. What's life like there?
Right. For anyone who's seen it, you'll remember it's quite a suffocating reality. People live in these tiny box-like rooms.
Just surrounded by screens?
Surrounded by screens, and their whole day is spent pedaling on stationary bikes.
All day long, generating energy.
Generating energy for the system, yes, but fundamentally that labor is how they earn their living, their survival.
And you mentioned the visuals before we started, that oppressive design.
Oh, definitely. The gray walls, that constant digital hum. It's more than just a setting.
It feels like it's pressing in on you.
It really does. It reinforces that feeling of being trapped.
So they pedal to earn, what's the currency called again?
Merits. It's all about merits. Earned directly from the pedaling.
And used for everything.
Absolutely everything. Food, toothpaste, basic hygiene, but also things like skins for your digital avatar.
So even your virtual self costs merits.
Every single interaction, every need, it's transactional.
And those screens you mentioned, they're not just like TVs on the wall.
No. They are the walls. They're inescapable, demanding your constant attention.
I remember reading you can't even skip ads unless you pay merits.
That's right. And if you try to close your eyes, the screen literally shouts at you, tells you to open them.
Wow. Okay, so beyond just keeping people fed and cycling, what's the deeper purpose here? What kind of control does this merit system enable?
Well, it's not just about basic survival. It's about total control of behavior, even consciousness. The analysis we read calls it something quite chilling: gamified despair.
Gamified despair. Okay, break that down.
It means that your worth, your emotions, your whole sense of purpose, it all gets quantified. It's given a score, so you're trapped in this constant game.
A game you can't really win.
Exactly. You can't truly win, but you're absolutely compelled to keep playing it. It's a subtle but really powerful form of control. Even hope becomes just another thing to manage.
And into this bleak world, we get a spark of something different with Bing. Daniel Kaluuya's character.
Yes. Bing's just living this monotonous life like everyone else until he hears Abby sing.
Her voice just cuts through all that digital noise.
It really does. And Bing is so moved, sees this potential for her to escape, that he does something incredible.
He gives her his merits.
All of them. His entire life savings, basically. 15 million merits.
Just so she can audition for Hot Shot.
Which is this big talent show, yeah. Presented as the only way out, the ultimate escape.
Right. And this is where the story takes that really sharp, brutal turn.
Oh, absolutely. Abby auditions, and her voice, it's pure. It's captivating. For a moment, it actually silences everything. The digital buzz, the noise,
Right.
It just stops.
That moment of quiet is so powerful. You really think, okay, this is it. She's broken through.
You do. It feels like a genuine miracle, a crack in the system. But then the judges?
Yeah, the judges, they flip it completely.
With just total cynicism. They don't just say no. They twist that beauty into something else entirely. They basically recruit her into a porn channel. Wraith babes.
And they tell her she's better suited for it. Just like that.
Just like that. With this disturbing calm. It's a shocking moment. It redefines what escape even means there.
And Bing's reaction to this betrayal, it's not just sadness, is it?
No, it's raw rage. But he doesn't just, lash out blindly. He focuses it. He weaponizes it.
Which brings us back to how this society works, doesn't it? How everything, even beauty, talent, grief, it gets turned into a transaction.
Precisely. That's a key part of how the control works. Commodification of everything.
So when Bing finally gets his moment, his chance to speak out on that hot shot stage, holding a shard of glass, you expect him to cut him off.
You do. You expect the system to shut him down, silence him, maybe worse.
But it doesn't. It does something, well, much smarter in a really dark way.
That's exactly it. It doesn't silence him. It commodifies his rage.
Commodifies his rage. How?
They give him his own show, a platform where he performs those exact same angry rants, the ones he delivered as his big act of rebellion.
So the rebellion itself becomes content.
Exactly. The system doesn't break. It just adapts. It absorbs the rebellion.
But hold on. Is there an argument that, okay, maybe it's commodified, but the message still gets out there? Does that achieve something?
That's the really insidious part. The analysis argues it's actually a complete absorption. The terrifying genius here is that the system doesn't need to suppress it. It just turns it into entertainment.
So by giving him the show, they neutralize the threat.
Pretty much. Dissent becomes just another channel you can key into. It makes real change from within seem almost impossible. The system just gets stronger by adapting.
Taking a step back then, it's incredible how prescient this episode feels now looking at our own world. The analysis points out some really unsettling parallels, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. 3 big ones stand out. First, the prediction of influencer culture.
Right, where life isn't just shared, it's performed. Authenticity becomes staged.
Exactly. And second, the monetization of rage.
Which we see everywhere now.
Everywhere. How anger, outrage, real grievances, they get amplified by algorithms, turned into clicks, views, currency. Think about viral moments driven by fury. Platforms often push contentious stuff because it grabs attention.
So it's not just about feeling angry, it's how that anger gets packaged and sold back to us.
Precisely. How it's distributed and monetized.
And the third point from the analysis.
The performance of authenticity. That chilling line. Everyone's pretending because the truth doesn't pay.
Oof, yeah. That hits hard. It really speaks to the curated lives we see and maybe present online.
And Bing's final situation sums it all up perfectly, doesn't it? He ends up in a nicer box, yes.
But still surrounded by screens.
Still surrounded by screens, giving his rants, but now to a lens.
So the analysis concludes he didn't escape, he just got better lighting.
Exactly, which is such a powerful, bleak point.
It really highlights how hard it is to fight the system from within it. It suggests maybe true change, real escape, requires stepping outside completely.
Which the episode shows is incredibly difficult, maybe impossible in that world.
So wrapping this up, this deep dive really shows how this fictional world meant as this dark mirror.
Yeah, it reflects some really uncomfortable truths about our own digital lives, doesn't it? It forces you to ask, how much are we genuinely engaging versus just performing for the camera?
It's a chilling thought, definitely. How much of what feels like rebellion online or even outrage might just be more content curated by the very systems we think we're pushing against. This episode was frighteningly accurate.
Indeed. And it makes you think about the value of your own attention. You know, amidst all this constant digital noise, it's a reminder that knowledge, like this analysis, is powerful when you actually understand it and apply it.
Well, thanks for tuning into this deep dive. And remember, if you find yourself screaming into the void, they might just offer you a show.